I'm going to do a video today on 24 things that Okay, so 24 things that I have personally learned in 24 years. So I've written them all down, so just bear with me. So, number one, be kind. You never know what someone's going through. Now this is something that I've really had to learn because especially when people are being not very nice to you, it's really hard to think what they're going through and just to be kind. Yeah, you just never know what someone's going through, so just always be kind. Number two, people who talk down to you or who are not necessarily very nice to you are usually those who are going through something themselves and they're projecting their energy that they feel inside onto you. Now this is something that I've really had to get my head around over the years, and something that I have struggled with to get my head around, because when someone's not very nice to you, like, it's really easy to take it personally. But I think what we have to remember is that if someone was truly and completely happy within themselves, they wouldn't feel the need to be nasty to you. Yeah, so if people who are not very nice to you, or if, you know, say negative things to you, or if you feel like they're not very nice to you, it's usually because they feel a certain way inside and that's what's coming out of them. So just always take that into consideration when someone is being nasty to you. And that also joins my first point, is just to be kind, because you never know what someone else is going through in their head. I'm not saying that it's okay for someone to not be very nice to you, but what I am saying is that usually just don't take it personally. Just, you know, brush it off, and it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of how they feel inside. So it's actually a reflection of them, and it actually shows more about them than it does about you. Okay, number three, showers are the best on hangover. Now, I don't know about you, but myself, having a shower when you're hungover, it just feels like you're just like cleansing yourself and you're like becoming fresh and clean. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had it where we fall asleep on our makeup, you wake up with a headache, and you just feel like your hair's a mess and you just feel like you feel like you haven't got your life together. Having a shower on a hangover is the best thing ever. Now I'm only on number three, so I'm not going to ramble too much, so I'm going to try and get through these as quick as I can. Number four, change is good. Now I have always loved change, that's just how I am. Obviously there can be change which can be, you know, not very nice, and there's also change which is really positive, like, I don't know, for example, getting a new job or getting into university. Like, that's a good change. Whether you consider it as a good thing or a bad thing, just try and remember that change is good. It's leading you into the direction or the path that you need to be on. You know, whether you go for a breakup or whether something, you know, really horrible happens, just remember that, like, that change in your life needed to happen for whatever reason. So just try and focus on it like that. Always see the positive in a bad situation. It's kind of what I just said, but this is something that I've really had to, again, like, teach myself, is when you're going through really, like, what you would consider as a bad situation, just try and focus on the positive. Like, where is this leading you? This is happening for a reason. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So I feel like when something that you would consider as bad is going on in your life, just try and remember, as horrible as it feels, that this is leading you to where you need to be, again with what I said before. Number six, the weight section in the gym is for men and for women. It's not just for men. That is something that I have learned. Over the years, I used to be really nervous to go into the weight section. I'm calling it the weight section as it's where all, like, the free weights and the squat racks and things like that are. I used to be really nervous, but what I've learned over the years is teach yourself first. I used to find a section in the gym. I've explained this on one of my videos before. I used to find a section in the gym where I could watch my form, I could make sure I was doing it correctly, and then I would feel more confident to go and perform the exercise on a squat rack or on the Smith machine or using free weights in the weight section. Now, it's not actually called the weight section, that's just my way of explaining it. It's actually for men and for women. It's not something you should avoid. If you want to go down there, it's for you too. I've actually found that over the years, like, men actually are very welcoming to females in those areas. Like, everyone wants to support everyone. You're all in there for the same reason, so don't be scared to go on a certain machine because you think it's not for you. Like, don't be scared to go on any machines. Like, just try. you know, you'll gain confidence the more you try. So yeah. Number 7, the law of attraction is real. Now I've done a video on the law of attraction before, but I am going to update one, I think, like do an updated version. The law of attraction is so real. What you think about, you attract. 1,000,000%. That is something I've definitely learned. Number 8, we do not deserve animals. We don't deserve you, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't deserve animals. Obviously I've made loads of videos on here explaining that I'm a vegan and stuff like that. So I am a vegan, 5 years I think I've been vegan now, and I just think the way that we exploit animals is absolutely disgusting. It really breaks my heart every time I think about it, and I just truly don't think we deserve their loyalty. And I just love all animals, and I just really wish that we would stop exploiting them, stop the cruelty, stop harming them for no reason. They're so innocent. They would look at them, they're just so lovable. So yeah. Number 9, self-love and self-care is so important. Now I definitely had to learn this, and I'm still learning it every single day. I'm sure you all are. It's a journey we're all going through, but really loving yourself is so important. I just feel like you cannot pour from an empty cup. When I'm feeling down, or I feel like I don't love myself to the maximum, which we all go through those times, like we're not always going to be 100% like self-love. Like I still go through those phases where I feel like I don't love myself as much as I should, and I don't take care of myself as much as I should. I feel like the people around me also can feel that too. So I do feel like you can't pour from an empty cup. Like, make sure you love yourself, make sure you're happy with yourself, make sure, like, you know, you take care of yourself first. Number 9. What was I on? Number 10, I think. So saying, sorry, get down. So saying no to things that you don't want to do is a form of I literally feel like no one wants me to film a video. Saying no to things you don't want to do is a form of self-love and self-respect. Now 100% this is something that I've really had to learn, and I'm still learning. It's so easy just to say yes to things that you don't even want to do because you don't want to let someone down, you don't want to, yeah, you might have not seen someone for a long time and they're doing something that you feel like you have to do. But saying no to things you don't want to do is actually a form of self-respect and self-love, because why should we spend our precious time doing things that we don't want to do? So that is something that I've really had to tap into. It's just learning that saying no it's okay to say no to things. If you don't want to do something and you don't want to spend your time doing something, that is absolutely okay. Number 11, quality over quantity. This is with everything in life, especially the people around you and things like that. But quality over quantity is such an important aspect that I've really had to learn. I feel amazing to have loads of people around you and loads of friends, but are those people quality friends? Do they really take into consideration your feelings? Do they really want the best for you? So I would rather have a small circle of friends than a large circle of friends who don't support me, and have that small circle support me. Number 12, the energy around you is so important. I just feel like whenever I'm around people, their energy really comes onto mine. So if I'm around someone who's got high energy, they're motivated, they're driven, I get that too. Like, I don't know what the word is, but I feel from other people's energy. So I feel that's a really important thing that I've had to learn, is that the people around me are so important to how I want to feel. Number 13, comfort zones are not comfortable. I've really been pushing myself out of my comfort zone recently, even like, for example, doing this. Obviously, like, putting videos online of yourself sat talking is something that it's not that very comfortable to do. I'm sat here talking to a camera, like, it feels a little bit weird. Do you know what I mean? So not just this, there are other aspects that I've been doing. I've been just pushing myself out of my comfort zones, and that's made me feel so much more confident in myself, and it's made me realise like how much I've achieved and how much I can achieve if I put my mind to something. So comfort zones are not comfortable. You are never going to grow in a comfort zone, so just push yourself. Number 15, no, sorry, yeah, where were we? Number 14, challenges and obstacles are thrown your way for you and not to you. So for example, sometimes when challenges take place in our life, we see it as, why is this happening to me? But what I've had, again, this is kind of what I was saying at the start about thinking positively about things. I try and think of it as like, this is happening for me to learn, to grow, to put me on the path that I need to be on. So it's just changing your mindset. So when obstacles are thrown in your way, just try not to think of them as like, why is this happening to me? And just think of it as like an opportunity almost to guide you in the right direction. Also to grow, like you're never going to grow without these challenges coming your way, so just remember that. Number 15, be grateful. So personally, I just think being grateful is such a massive thing. I have a gratitude journal. I'm not going to say I write in every single day because I don't, but I think it is really important to count your blessings daily if you can and if you remember to, and that is something that I really want to work on, is just counting my blessings every single day. Me and one of my friends, actually, we went for a phase, we've kind of stopped because we've just fallen off the bandwagon, but I definitely want to get back into it, where every single day we would voice note each other 5 things that we were grateful for. And then I used to always do, and this is a bit like off topic, but again with the self-love thing, when I was going through a phase where I was struggling with self-love, like I would drive to work every single day and I would say out loud 5 things I love about myself, and that was just to remind you of like how much of an amazing person you are, and to not let anyone else bring you down or anything bring you down. I think I've lost track, but I think I'm on number 16. Voice notes are actually a lifesaver. Now this is just, I literally can't. My friends know me, like, and even anyone who's ever tried to speak to me over text, I am such a bad replier. I'm just so busy all the time. I know it's not an excuse, but I do get a bit overwhelmed sometimes with replying. For example, I've got clients and things like that. I'm not saying loads of people message me, but it's just because I've got clients to reply to, all those kind of things, and then I update, like speak to your friends and things like that. So voice notes for me are actually a lifesaver. It's a way that me and my friends mostly communicate. Just by updating each other in each other's lives, like a 10-minute voice note. I know it sounds quite a long time, but you can listen to it whilst you're driving, or you can listen to it as you're getting ready or something. And for me, voice notes are just an easier way than sat there typing. I can swipe up and it just automatically starts voice noting for me. So yeah. 17, pasta and hummus is actually life. So I don't even know how I discovered it. I think I was at university when I tried pasta and hummus. I cooked pasta one day and I think I just added hummus. I'm really weird like that. I'll just add random things to my foods and see how they mix together. And it just turns it into the creamiest, the most delicious meal ever. Add some vegan sausages, add some olives, you are good to go. The red pepper hummus is the best one too to add to pasta. Everyone apart from one person. Excuse me? Excuse me? Can we not? No. All of my friends who have tried it have said how amazing it is, even those who aren't vegan. So yeah, pasta and hummus is life. 18, Sambuca and lemonade is the best drink on a night out. Now, years ago I tried this and it's one of the drinks that me and my friends love to drink. Sambuca mixed with lemonade. I hate Sambuca on its own. I think I hate it because I drink Sambuca and lemonade. So for me, if I'm ever having a Sambuca shot, you know, you then go to drink a normal drink, like your drink afterwards, I can just taste Sambuca, it's just too much for me. But Sambuca and lemonade mixed together is so yummy. Number 19, weight training will not make you big and bulky. Now, I think a lot of people, and again I've said this before, I think a lot of people have a fear that weight training is going to turn you into a big muscly person, and unless that's your goal, and that's absolutely fine if that's your goal, unless that's your goal, it's not going to happen, because there are steps you have to take to get to that point. There's a lot of other things that go into it to make you big and bulky if that's your goal. So weight training will not make you big and bulky. That is what I've realized. So, you know, if you want to lose weight, if you want to tone up, if you want to, you know, build your glutes, if you want to just, you know, build some muscle and sculpt your body, weight training will not make you really big and bulky. Number 20, do not take people's opinions personally. Again, this is something I think we'll forever be working on as people. For years and years, I used to really care about what people thought about me. I think that's probably why. So a funny little story, I actually tried doing YouTube when I was like, I think I was like in year 10. That is how long I've wanted to do YouTube. All my friends and my family around me know that I love YouTube. I've loved it for years. So that is why I'm just going into it now, because I just feel like it's something I've always wanted to do, so why would I not just do it? But I think what used to stop me was people's opinions. I used to especially in school, I used to really care what people thought about me. And I think it's very natural to care what people think about you. You're not always going to think, oh, I don't care what people think about me. And I can sit here and say I don't care what people think about me, but that's not true. Like, there are going to be times where you do care, but it's just a work in progress. Like, try not to care what people's opinions are of you. Like, you are you and you're living your life yourself, and that person's opinion is not going to pay the bills. It is not going to they're not living your life. So whatever goal you're trying to get to and you're stopping yourself because you're caring about what they are thinking, why? Like, as I said, they're not living your life. They're probably not even thinking about you as much as you think they are. And that was something that I had to really like get myself out of that mindset. Like, I know there are going to be people, at the end of the day, people aren't always going to like you, and people are going to have opinions on you, and my dog is just really frustrating me right now. Again, what I just said, stop caring what people think about you. It is a literal waste of your time. As I said, it's a work in progress. We're not all automatically just going to not care what people think about us. But yeah, it's not going to do you any good. So stop caring what people think about you. At the end of the day, you are, as I said, you are living your life for you. So do whatever you need to do to live your best life, not what someone down the road thinks about you or someone on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Like, who actually cares? 22, take risks. I think that taking risks is so important. Yeah, I just think that there are so many times in my life where I think that I probably should have taken a risk and done something that I think that could have led me down a different path or whatever. I just think if you don't take risks, again, it comes with the comfort zone thing I said earlier, like, you're never going to come out of your comfort zone, you're never going to grow. Like, you have to take risks in order to grow. So yeah, I think taking risks is really important. Number 23, travel the world. Now, I know this is not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I just love traveling. I think that whenever, I'm not saying I've traveled the world because I really haven't, I've literally not even been to that many countries, but every time I'm traveling, or every time I'm like going and exploring new cultures, I just learn new things about myself. I learn new things about cultures. I learn how to live in a different way. I've been backpacking twice, and I never thought I would, especially people watching this who know me, like, I take about 5 bags for one sleepover, like, or if I'm going to the gym, I'll probably take like 3 bags with me. So packing my whole life into a bag is like, that's a challenge for me, and it just shows me ways, I've just learned new things about myself, and I love traveling. Like, I just think life is too short to just spend it where we live. But I mean, some people might be happy doing that, but I love traveling. So, and 24, be the energy you wish to attract. Now, this is a big thing for me. I just think that, obviously, I know we can't always be chirpy and happy, and I know that like things happen and you're sometimes not going to be the best energy ever, but really remember that, like, if you want to attract someone, if you're around someone and they are buzzing and they've got amazing energy, like, that makes you feel so good inside. So just take that into consideration when you're around other people. Like, what do you want to attract? You've got to be that energy yourself. And again, it's kind of with the law of attraction, like, whatever you give off, you're going to attract back. So if you're going around and talking negatively about people and bitching about people and gossiping and spending your life talking about other people and what they're doing and blah blah blah, or complaining, that is what you're going to attract more of. So, and how do you feel when you're around people who are complaining, who are moaning, who are bitching, gossiping? There's just nothing good coming out of their mouth. Like, it doesn't make me feel good. So I want to be around people who are driven, ambitious, you know, they're going for their goals, you know, they've got, you know, they're just happy, like, they're focusing on the positive, and that makes me then feel those things too. So just be aware of being that energy around other people. But yeah, as I said, we're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to be positive. Like, I am literally not always positive. Don't get me wrong. Like, I cry, I get sad. And I do have a lot, some of my friends say to me, like, oh, you're very positive. And I am, but I also am not. There are so many times where I'm negative and I'm moaning and I'm complaining. And my New Year's resolution this year was to stop complaining, because I just feel like complaining gets you literally nowhere. Like, you're just attracting more of that into your life, so why would you complain? And we have so much to be grateful for. So what are we complaining about? Do you know what I mean? Like, there is always someone worse off than you. Anyway, I have literally made this video so long, I'm going to have to cut it down so much. I'm not looking forward to editing this, but I might have mixed up the numbers too, so it might be 25, might be 24, might be 23, but there we go. There are around 23, 24, 25 things that I have learned in 24 years of being on this planet Earth. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I am going to try and get into YouTube a lot more, and yeah, I just never know what to film, so, and I don't even know if anyone watches these videos, so I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. So I hope you're all well, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Doesn't this mug, that's life. Yoga, tea, naps.